Ninja pizza.
Ninja pizza?
Pizza that vanished quickly without trace.
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Nyes.
Motherfucker, I won best costume!
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm, except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
What's happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, July 17th, 2018, and this is episode number 432 of the PanelsOnPages.com podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
I know my Kelly Blue Book value.
Jose Guzman.
Black Widow is cultural appropriation of spiders, and I'm boycotting the movie.
Solid. Kelly Harris. Good talk, Kelly.
You're on mute, dog.
You're on mute. You're playing a Jose.
Damn it, I did. I got distracted playing Captain Toad's
You
Treasure
probably
Tracker.
had a fucking beautiful intro, too.
A zinger.
Just saying
Great.
it with smiles.
It was a good one. I'm upset.
And joining us after a very long absence. What's up, Isaac? How's it going?
Captain America costume really represents Puerto Rico, so he should be called Captain Puerto Rico.
Holy shit, it does. That's awesome. So speaking of pulling a Jose, as you might have heard, the Amazon Prime Days started yesterday.
No.
Much a big hoopla was made about the Amazon Primes. And Amazon was crashing and shit like
now
that.
return to the race to 100 Optimus Primes.
Also that. Yes. But the missus texted me, she's like, oh shit, there's like $100 Instant Pot on Amazon for like $60. The Prime deal.
Ooh, that's a fucking steal right there.
Right? That's $40 off. She's like, it's in my cart right now. I go, who the fuck are you, Jose? You buy it. You don't let us sit in your cart. Are you high?
Been there.
And I send the message, and like 40 minutes later, she's like, oh, they're all gone. I go, well, no shit. What is wrong with you?
You should have just
Right,
screen
it's just
capped
40
our
minutes.
conversation and sent it to her.
Yeah. What the fuck? Did you not hear what we talked about? No, she heard the actual turtle story from Jose's fucking face. Like, she knows those white people are crazy about Amazon Prime. Like, she should know better.
Mm-hmm. I bet you she thinks she's going to get that special limited edition pumpkin latte, too, before it runs out.
Right. But, in a very special update for the race to 100 Optimus Primes, we cinched this bitch up, gentlemen.
Oh, let me play the sounder again.
Yeah.
Population.
Oh wait.
One.
We now return to the race to 100 Optimus Primes.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It was while we were in New Hampshire that they showed the big fancy black Nemesis Prime they got coming out. There was a Prime Day launch exclusive, Amazon Prime exclusive, rolling out.
Oh,
and I'm
there we
like,
go.
that's pretty cool. But like, it's a repaint, it's a little expensive, and there's some shit coming out right around the same time. I don't know. But it was nice. That was like, yeah, but Prime Day? It could be the one.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
And I couldn't get it out of my mind.
Yep.
So then I got it. It'll be here eventually. It's out of stock. But I got it for free.
What?
Which
How
makes
does that work?
it even better. So, public service announcement out there, everybody. If you got something in your Amazon cart to the tune of about $50-ish, little thing's going to pop up and say, hey, if you sign up for an Amazon store card, you'll get a $60 Amazon gift card for nothing. And I'm like, really? So I hit the button. 3 minutes later, it's like, yeah, you have a big ass credit limit on Amazon if you want it now, and also here's $60 free. And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna buy this robot for free, and when that card shows up in 7 to 10 days, I'm gonna close this account.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Thanks a lot, Amazon.
Sorry, there's a $900 cancellation fee.
There is no such thing. It's the fucking best. Yeah, they gave me.
Is that going to ding your credit though? Opening an account and then closing it real quick?
That might.
Then I'll fucking leave it open for a while.
He's got a fucking house, 2 cars.
And
but they
I'm
might
sure
come
you'll
get
buy
it. They'll be
enough
like,
on
remember that
Amazon.
time?
Yeah, they gave
Until
me
he finds out Amazon owns its deed.
They gave me a $1,600 credit limit on Amazon with a 27% APR on this fucking card. I'm like, wow. So we're never putting a dime on that.
Oh,
but I'll
my
take
God.
$60 free. The
race to $1,600.
You want
Yeah, make a
$60
new
free?
sounder. The race to close the Amazon account.
Yeah, that's happening real fucking fast. I
Well-
did the same thing with the Toys R Us card a few years ago. R.I.P. Toys R Us.
Well, let's not make a big deal out of it now, since it was out of stock and you still don't have it in hand. But when you have it in
Someone
hand,
might take it out of your out of stock.
when you have it in hand,
gone.
we have to have a big ceremony, a 100 prime ceremony.
might be.
Also,
You should line up all the primes like at attention, and then just like put this prime on a remote control car and have him drive by all the primes as their solution.
oh my God, like when they would put their hands in the cement at the Chinese theater at MGM Studios.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I do
so
have a running list of all of them. So there is that.
well, Lee, we got to have a big ceremony. I like Jose's remote control car idea.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
But also, you can't buy any more primes until it comes in.
That's the thing. I think
No.
you might be right. Because
Yeah,
like
because then
that one
whatever you
does
have
kind of need to be the 100th one.
Right.
Yeah.
And you bought it with the specific intent for it to be the 100th prime. So,
And I got it for nothing.
and you got it
dog.
for free. It's fucking kismet.
Couldn't have gone better.
You know,
quite frankly.
I ragged on you for going quantity over quality, but now we're here, and
Now it
you
worked
got
out.
you got a 100th prime on Prime Day for fucking free. So
yeah, it's like it's meant to be.
I applaud you, sir.
So follow
You
your
pull-
dreams, kids.
a fucking BMG with your last prime. And then couldn't be more proud.
Oh, shit.
You should have opened up another account in Liguez.
Oh, don't think I had to think about that. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna do this on Nicole's phone and everything.
Got him. We got 2 fucking primes. And then you sell that other one, and you're fucking up.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good move. Because I have seen people online talking about,
Oh,
oh,
always credit.
it's only for Prime members. Man, I'm like,
Yeah.
who the fuck's not a Prime member? It's
Oh,
2018, you
We're
weirdos.
we're not a Prime member in this whole household anymore.
Can't
I'm not
imagine.
prime either.
Can't
I
imagine.
just don't order enough shit yet.
I use it enough to justify it.
I had suggested to Jose at one point, I was like, well, because Mary canceled Prime because it was like they had fucked up a bunch of times and their business practices and whatsoever. And I said to Jose once, I was like, so, hey, we're canceling Prime. But you know what? We should get Prime with the business.
Ooh, there you go.
We can
There you
each have
go.
logins. We can order business stuff. It could be a business expense. Come on.
See, that's thinking smart.
Yeah.
Get them prime movies.
I use it enough just for the video game discounts that makes it worthwhile.
Oh,
What's the video
speaking.
game discount?
If you pre-order a game on Prime, you get, I believe it's 20% off.
No shit.
Bad.
Yeah, no, I pre-order all my games through Amazon.
I don't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's-
Digital, physical, or it doesn't matter?
I
Just
think
a game?
either way, I do all mine physical.
That's pretty cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So,
Physical media.
speaking of Amazon and Amazon movies and Prime Video and all that, have you guys heard of this Dojo Pro?
Yes,
Kelly?
I haven't had the chance to watch it yet.
No, what is this?
Amazon has their own Lucha Underground, essentially.
Really?
And Joey Janela's in it. Shane Strickland is in it.
No shit.
Jeff Cobb. A bunch of fucking solid dudes.
Fucking King of Swerve.
And it's a tournament, and like if you win your bracket, you get a belt, and it's the Dojo Pro white belt, and like the center of the belt looks like a tied belt, kind of. It's
Ronin
got the
Katana Dojo Pro.
Dojo Pro, and
that
then
it?
if you win the whole tournament, you get the black Dojo Pro belt that looks like a tied black belt. And
Look
then,
at that shit. That's
and you
cool.
also get, what was it, a shot at the Ring of Honor TV title or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're partnering with Ring of Honor to a point, and it looks like what I saw, the video they put together looks good quality.
Well, I'm gonna watch the hell out of that. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. More Joey Janela is never a bad thing.
Joey Janela did the Stone Cold podcast this week.
Cool.
I'm excited to listen to that.
I've got it open in one of my tabs.
That's pretty cool.
He did the Stone Cold podcast with Teddy Hart back around WrestleMania, I think. Right before Spring Break 2. But because it was Teddy Hart, Joey Janela got like 3 words in.
Yeah.
And the rest was Teddy Hart being an insane person.
You don't say.
Talking about how he knows people from Homeland Security. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, that all sounds about right.
I'm not sure, but I do believe I was cornered up at a party by Teddy Hart once.
I would 100% believe that.
Not really, but he is that type. For sure.
I haven't... Okay, all right. I just added that to my Amazon streaming thing. But also, just so you know, now there's also a Jack Ryan show starring your boy John Krasinski.
Yeah.
So.
That's been fucking... We've been waiting forever for that.
Quiet, please.
I mean, it looks good. Looks high quality. See, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And speaking of wrestling,
He should. I hope they're in that Jack Ryan every now and then. He looks at the camera and makes a dumb face. And this is where the fucking bad guys knew they fucked up. There's the looks at the camera.
Speaking of wrestling, took the boy, met out some friends, and we went to see some All-Star Wrestling, it was called, in Lewisburg, Tennessee.
All-Star Wrestling. That is
All-Star Wrestling. It was in a warehouse that was about 100 and fuck degrees. It was so hot.
All-Star heat.
Been
it
there.
was so hot. And you know what? No bullshit. Jack's kept it together pretty well. I was concerned the minute we walked in. I'm like, oh, he's going to be such an asshole. And rightfully so, because it was so fucking hot. But he was great. And you know what? Some pretty solid wrestling. Like, some of those dudes were all right. And some of them were just fucking garbage wrestlers, which I think is exactly what you want from a thing like that.
Yeah, the pictures you were sending us, I kind of likened it to those dudes that still have a garage band in their 50s.
Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah.
But,
Like-
they still got the wrestling dream, but they're never going to make it. But these guys will let them wrestle.
Yeah, one dude in particular, Bubba Morton was his name. You could just flat out see his cock and balls through his tights the entire time he was out there.
Well, good for him.
Like, just no, not really.
No, he didn't have a solid set on him.
No, it was mostly berries, very little twigs.
More like twigs and berries.
Yeah, it was not great.
Oops, all berries.
Apples.
There was an awesome midget in the front row that kept trying to hit people with a kendo stick.
Like he went to the show.
Oh yeah,
and brought the front.
Like he brought his own kendo stick and would like brandish it at people, and he was so small, and the guardrails were so wide that he kept trying to go through the guardrails with his fucking kendo stick, and the security guys are like, "No, thank you." But they never did anything. Like he was all about that kendo stick.
They just swatted him with a rolled up newspaper
all fucking night. It was crazy.
Sprayed him with water.
Hey, no.
He's got a little spray bottle.
Like the big get, I guess, for the night was former WWE superstar, the Boogeyman, was there.
Yeah.
And the minute we saw him on the car, the little programs, whatever, Jackson looked at him and says, "I want to fight him." I was like, "You can't fight the boogeyman. He's gonna fight some other guy. We're here to watch the show." I'm gonna fight him. And I'm like, "Okay, sure. You're gonna fight him. Whatever." Intermission hits.
Weirdo.
Boogeyman's at his gimmick table.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, that's the fucking dude. So he's signing autographs, taking pictures, like fucking fully boogeyman the fuck up. Like he looks like the boogeyman.
He better.
Exactly. He's doing pretty cool mark picks. You know, he's like fucking looking like biting people and shit like that. Like they all like menacing him and shit. It's cool mark picks. I'm not about to get a mark pick with the boogeyman.
Instead of just like the closed raised fist.
Yeah, exactly. He's like fucking in character the whole time. It's kind of rad. And so we're kind of watching from the outskirts, and Jackson's looking at him. And he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna fight him." I go, "You can't fight him. Just knock it off."
Now, was this he was getting violent, or he was scared of Boogeyman and wants to fight him off?
Maybe he just knew the boogeyman was there looking for a scrap. I don't know. Could go either way. But he was like, he was cool. He never went for him. But he just kept looking at me, going, "I want to fight him." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you want to fight him." And so he gets ready to walk back, do kind of, the intermission's about over, and he's kind of doing his thing or whatever. Like, and he kind of locks eyes with Jax, and I said, "He's been saying he wanted to fight you from the minute we got here." And so he fucking squares up with Jax. Like he's gonna do something, and Jax squares up back, and then he throws his hand out, and Jax gives him 5, and he walks away, and I'm like, "Oh, what do you think about that?" And he goes, "He's a nice guy." It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Wasn't expecting that. I'll let him live.
From then on, they were cool until the boogeyman's match, and he started throwing worms and shit into the crowd. And Jax turned on the boogeyman real fast. He's like, "What the shit is this?" Like, and of course, only every third one of them was still alive. Just tossing dead worms out into this crowd of redneck white trash. It was pretty fantastic.
As the boogeyman is wont to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I would not qualify to say what happened next was a wrestling match per se. He just did his boogeyman shtick and pimped away. It was exactly what you wanted to see. But even better was Jax's response of, "This isn't the look on his face was, this is not what civilized fucking people do." That was the look. Like, I am no thank you. So it was an emotional roller coaster with the boogeyman Saturday. But
he's a boogeyman, Jax. Come on.
I know, yeah, exactly. I don't know what else you expected.
I'm surprised he wasn't doing.
He'll learn one day.
I'm surprised he wasn't doing the worms in pictures.
I didn't do the worms in pictures, but man, he was fucking just chowing down on some goddamn worms.
That guy is insane. Like, he literally eats those worms and then gets sick. He continually gets sick from eating worms and worm shit.
It can't be good. It can't be good.
No.
It's so fucking gross.
Eating real worms?
Yeah.
He comes out
with like a fucking
like a sack on his belt.
Night crawlers, worms.
They're big worms,
thick ass earthworms, just fishing worms.
Yeah.
Who does that?
The boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
Yeah, I'll show you. The
professional wrestler that's desperate to get booked.
He just had this sack on his belt, and he the whole thing. Whatever fucking jamoke he was wrestling, it doesn't matter. He looked like fucking sauce in the goodie.
Insane gimmick. I haven't even. You got to be freaking kidding me.
Oh, are you just now becoming familiar with man, the boogie? Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, this dude, he signed up for Tough Enough. He did the Tough Enough tryouts where they try and find new wrestlers, and he really impressed everybody, but he lied about his age because he was like 40-something, and you were supposed to be, what, under 25?
Probably.
But
he's in damn good shape, I'll tell you that much.
But they ended up signing him to a boogeyman contract anyhow.
Yeah, he looks good. He looked really good. But,
he's into it.
He's spitting worms into the crowd, like the whole squash kind of culminated in this poor Jamoke getting laid out, and he reaches into a sack and he gets a mouthful of worms and spits the worms into this fucking Jamoke's mouth.
Yeah,
this guy is.
Yeah, sure is.
He
Threw
is
a bunch of
exactly
worms
that.
Threw a bunch of worms into a crowd of children and old people, mostly.
So this boogeyman guy, he does this, and he still has a normal life outside of this, or is he like this all the time?
I don't know about how normal it could
How
be.
normal it is.
Because his
I don't
hair
know how
is in
you-
that weird fucked up shape. And he has like 9 teeth.
Yeah, that's just his life.
He probably, as a former WWE guy, he probably makes a decent amount of money doing these trash bag shows. Like he probably made $500 for the night.
Oh, sure. So it's fine, but
Enough to pay the bills.
yeah. But I don't know that he's selling insurance Monday through Friday. If that's what you're asking.
Not with those
I don't know about
teeth.
Not with those teeth. Let's see what else. What else? Had to rebuild.
Oh, hold on.
Gate.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. Martin Wright, who is the boogeyman, as of 2018, is working as an aerobics instructor in Denver, Colorado.
well, there you go.
Ah, good for him.
I can see that.
That's why he moved to Denver.
Them boys in good shape. There you go.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and worms.
So the gate on our back fence finally gave up. Fucking broke. So there's nothing keeping Buster in the backyard now. It's this whole thing. So I got to fix this fucking gate. So I went out, bought all the wood and shit, cut the boards out. At my stepdad's place, it got like a little shop in the back. But I had to sand them down because there's these fucked up cedar planks. So no one's home but me. I'm sanding these fucking boards away. I got like a little palm sander going nuts with the thing. It's hot as balls. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm taking my shirt off. Who gives a shit? Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I call my wiener palm sander.
Now we're,
exactly. So
now we're
I'm like,
fucking
I'm
talking.
like, the lady's on the way home, so like maybe, just maybe, she'd be like, "Ooh, boy, look what you doing, man! Work outside with your shirt off." Like, maybe we'll
sweaty.
get a little something going. Exactly, get a little wetty happening. Well, instead, what happened was after about an hour of this, I'm just working my ass off like the working man. Pour one out for the working man. And the lady rolls up, and she looks at me, and the look on her face was not one of, "Ooh, boy, look what you doing, man! Work outside with your shirt off." It was more like the look you would have if you walked in and found a stranger taking a shit in your kitchen sink. Like, that was the look instead. And I'm like, oh, she's like, "You are not looking your best right now."
Oh my god!
I'm busting my ass out here, lady. She's like, "Ugh, well, you're a grody." I'm like,
man,
go inside.
She parked and said, "I'm gonna fight him."
Yeah, that did not go like I hoped it would at all.
Man.
Yeah, and the last thing, talk about real quick, I taught tonight's jiu-jitsu class. That was kind of fun. The guy who normally teaches was out sick, so I had to step up and I showed these guys some kind of power mount move. I call it big man jiu-jitsu. Everyone seemed to really like it. Took a good time.
All right, class. Power Rangers.
Now, I showed him this move from S-Mount where you can choke a dude with your foot. It's very fun to do. So that was probably the biggest hit of the night. And then ran the gauntlet. I fought 6 dudes. And I choked out 6 dudes.
How? What was the age range of these 6 dudes?
16 to 30?
You fucking. That's illegal. He's not even 18. You can't be choking him out.
He fucking paid his money like everybody else did.
He signed a release.
Yeah, he definitely signed a release.
Mommy's gonna be mad at you.
But no, I choked out. No, not tell you that. I choked out 5 guys, and I got 1 on a wrist lock. So that was kind of fun.
That is a good day.
That was a pretty good day.
That is a lot better than the doing man workout in the garage and then your wife turning her nose up at it.
Yeah, really
Did
was.
you whisper in the 16-year-old's ear, "Is your iPhone going to save you now?"
It was tough, man. It was tough.
Ask Siri when you should tap.
No, he knows when he has a tap.
Well, that's
No
awesome.
question about that.
That's awesome, man. Did you enjoy the teaching part?
Yeah, I did. It was pretty fun. It was
All right.
pretty cool.
Fucking cool.
Like, I didn't know what was happening until I went in there. So this guy, Tyler, he's kind of one of the guys who's been there for a while. He's like, "Yeah, Kenny's not going to make it. You want to teach class?" And I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. It was like, "You want to host a middleman panel?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it." Like, I can do that. But I know a lot more about jujitsu than I knew about middleman.
And
I don't even know what that is anymore.
Thankfully, at jujitsu class, you're not getting ready to start class, and all of a sudden, the real sensei comes out and says, "All right, I'm here. No need for this guy anymore."
Oh no, you mean the most relieving thing that ever happened to me in my life? That's all I got going on. What's going on, Nice? What's happening?
Oh man, that just made me think about all the interesting news going on with the Comic-Con scene this past week or so. Not enough to talk about it, but oh man, interesting stuff. So we fucking saw Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Me and Mary.
All right.
Been really wanting to see this. Not so much that it interested me, but I subscribed to like 4 or 5 YouTube channels that had videos about Jurassic World that I couldn't watch until I saw Jurassic World. So I was like, all right, let's get this out of the way. Yeah, I'm a big fan of... I was a big fan of the first one, even though people seem to have soured on it since, even though it was the biggest movie.
Huh?
It was
the first one kind of overperformed, I think.
It was the biggest movie of the year, I feel like. And obviously the original Jurassic Park. I like Lost World. Jurassic Park 3's okay. They all have cool dino action. This one's okay.
It sucks, doesn't it?
It's 2 separate movies, essentially. One of the movies is they're on the island, it's exploding, and they got to get the dinosaurs off. And then the second movie is dinosaur auction, and the dinosaurs escape and terrorize a mansion. And it's pretty much divided right down the middle. And then, spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert, there's dinosaurs.
I mean, no shit though, like all the cool stuff's in the trailers. Pretty much.
Yeah.
You see the entire movie. Good some good dino stuff, like you see some new dinosaurs we haven't seen before. You get some good T-Rex and Blue and man, I don't give a shit about pteranodons though, or pterodactyls. Like, meh.
Yeah, I never saw Jurassic World, but I did get Jurassic Park the OG the other day. I had like a $5 Google Play credit or some shit. So I think Jax might be about the right age to watch some Jurassic Park.
Oh,
and really,
fuck yeah.
They'll either love it or, like, when Zoe was his age, she liked it the first time. She loved it the first time. And then every subsequent time, the raptor scared the shit out of her. But not the first time. And I was like, they're going to get away this time too, babe. It's fine.
Remember? Big T-Rex comes in and saves the day.
Yeah. The T-Rex has an awesome face turn at the end.
They show one in the goddamn trailer. The T-Rex does have a face turn moment in this one. Nice. You know, saves the good guys. I really like how they used more animatronics in this one than the last Jurassic World. Like,
oh, did they? That's awesome.
The scene where the T-Rex is in the truck and Chris Pratt is in there, you know, that's a animatronic T-Rex head, and fucking Bryce Dallas Howard jumps on that sucker and rides it like a bull for a little bit.
That's cool.
And then there's some practical velociraptors, maybe a couple other dinos in there. It's just okay, but after... Oh, and, like, I don't remember them using the theme song in it at all, which is really weird. Like, use what you got.
They did that in the last one, didn't they? Didn't they not use the original?
No, I feel like they used the original a shitload. Like, they really leaned on it.
No, they did the originals, the song in Jurassic World when they showed the park and everything.
Yeah, and they're going along on the monorail.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, wait. So, like, the Jurassic Park...
Jurassic World was a soft reboot. That's what it was.
Sure. The Jurassic Park theme is, like, the theme to the Jurassic Park in Jurassic World?
Well, no, it was like in the movie when the monorail's coming in. I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought like at the monorail station, it's like.
I mean, it would be
like what the fuck?
Solo.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, it'd be like the Imperial March in Solo.
I would be mad at that. It'd be kind of cool,
I
actually.
wouldn't be mad at it either. I think what they should have done is the last Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World. The reason the dinosaurs get out should have been the volcano. Like, they reopened the park. It's been open for a few years, and oh fuck, there's a fucking volcano that, you know, everybody has to escape, and then dinosaurs get out. The tourists have to get away, and all this shit. And then,
so on an island they built to house
exactly.
No one thought to check the volcano, huh?
It was long
That'll
dormant.
be fine.
It was a long dormant volcano. They were like, you know, they're dinosaurs. What's the worst that could happen with a volcano?
Oh, I don't know. What killed him the first time?
It can become active and then there's lava.
And then,
We'll
this
live in a world where
movie,
nothing bad has ever happened with these fake dinosaurs we made. Let's put them on an island with a volcano.
this movie should have just been dinosaurs are in the world now.
That would have been cool.
You go, you show
Where's the next? That's Jurassic World, where they take over.
Well, that's all right.
They've opened up Pandora's box.
I'm not.
That's
yeah,
what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not spoiler alerting, but we're spoilers alerting.
No,
the dinosaur people finally.
I hope so.
You get some sweet.
You know what? There are some fucking teases about dinosaur clones and people clones.
Good.
I'm not mad at that. Fucking show me something in these damn movies.
And they still keep talking about weaponizing them.
Good.
So we'll
So,
see.
like,
Homeboy's
Dino Rider
daughter.
style?
Dino Riders, yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah.
remember that toy line. Yeah, that's cool.
So the redhead and blue fall in love, right?
Yes. That's
I'm in. Wait, what?
Blues, and it's, you know, it's one of the first lesbian relationships in a Jurassic Park movie and cross species. So fucking Hallmark came out with their Christmas ornament catalog, and you guys, I love Hallmark Christmas ornaments, and I went through 15 pages of...
I saw some of your tweets about this, and I did not know this about you.
15 pages of Hallmark Christmas ornaments. I put a bunch that I really liked in my cart. Right now, my cart total is $490.83.
Holy shit.
You're gonna need that Amazon card, bro.
That is, it's only 18 items. So some of the shit is a little
18?
expensive. Yeah.
18 ornaments totals $400 fucking dollars.
There's this Millennium Falcon ornament with light and sound is $40.
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
then like they have this Star Wars Christmas tree skirt. You know, the piece of fabric you put on the bottom of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
$100.
That's a lot.
So
That's a lot.
So yeah, you take that off of my cart, and that's $350. But still, I'm looking at National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation ornament, Leia as Boosh. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Mario Kart. They got a Mario Kart ornament.
Yeah, I got real close to ordering
a set of 9.
I got the Super Mario Odyssey one last year, and that one's sweet.
They got a set of 9 Jack Skellington heads that are individual ornaments for $60. Like different expressions. They got the pumpkin. There's a fucking Boba Fett. I've got some in here that I would also gift to people, but man, they got some boss ass ornaments, y'all. They got a new Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope coming out. All kinds of cool shit. Like, look at it this way. This is what my thinking on Christmas ornaments, specifically these Hallmark type keepsake ornaments. It's like toys you play with only once a year, and you put them away.
Makes it worse.
You put them away and you forget about them, and then come Christmas time, it's like, oh man, remember this one? This is great. Hang it on the tree. And it's just nostalgia. I've got fucking ornaments from when I was like 1 year old.
No, I can get down with that. It makes sense.
And our tree at this point is Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Ninja Turtles. So it's
the basics.
It's a big part of our Christmas. We turn on the Star Wars holiday special and decorate the tree with all of our expensive as fuck ornaments. God damn it. Stop making such cool stuff. And then before the show tonight, I watched either Bloodsport or Kickboxer. I'm not sure which one it was.
Nice.
Lee actually did.
Did the guy have a bandana or a ponytail?
What guy? What guy?
The villain.
He had a bandana.
Bloodsport.
It was Bloodsport. Lee guessed it was Bloodsport just based on a screenshot.
It's the outfit. That's the white pants gave it away.
All right. So let's fucking do it, okay? Since we're talking about it.
Okay.
There's no reason to come back to it. So last week we're talking 80s action movies, and one of Jose's picks, what was it, 6? Your 6th pick was Jean-Claude.
Yeah, 6 was a time. What was Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal coming out the gate?
All Jean-Claude Van Damme, all Steven Seagal 80s movies. So then we started talking about Bloodsport. We started talking about Kickboxer, and then we brought up the notion of like, which one's which? We can't figure out of the two which movie is which. And I thought a cool game would be Bloodsport or Kickboxer, and I got 10 questions right here, ready to go. And we're going to pit Lee against Jose, unless Isaac also wants to play.
So what you're going to ask the question, we're both going to answer.
And I'll keep it tally.
You're going to run through all the questions, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
I dig it.
All right. So, Lee and Jose, do we want to flip a coin or alternate or...
I mean, we both give a guess, right? So I mean,
yeah. All right.
Can I guess too, not knowing anything about any
Commando.
of these movies?
Yeah, Kelly gets it right.
Yeah.
100.
All right. Bloodsport or Kickboxer? This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film was released in 1989.
Ooh.
Lee.
Kickboxer.
I'm gonna say Kickboxer.
I will as well. Kickboxer.
This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features a martial arts tournament.
Well, they both do that.
Yeah, they both do, but one official tournament, that'd be Bloodsport.
Yeah. Bloodsport.
Kelly?
I guess Bloodsport. I know what that one's about, so I am surprised I actually know one.
Number 3. This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features fighters wrapping their fists in rope and dipping them in broken glass.
Kickboxer.
No, that's Hot Shots too.
What is Bloodsport?
No, it is Hot Shots too.
That's Bloodsport.
Hot Shots Part 2.
All right, what were the answers on that one again?
Bloodsport.
Kickboxer.
This is our first. Like, you've all answered the same for all of them except for this. So this is where the pack starts to loosen up a little bit. All right, number 4. This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features Jean-Claude Van Damme's character getting blinded by salt.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Number 5. This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features Donald Gibb from the Revenge of the Nerds series.
Bloodsport.
That's also Bloodsport, yes.
I'll say Kickboxer.
Little known fact, he is the 4th member of the Bee Gees. Backup only.
Donald... Bullshit!
Show your work.
That's great.
I'll tell you what. Prove me wrong. The truth until proven wrong.
Number 6. This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features Jean-Claude Van Damme's character avenging his paralyzed brother.
Kickboxer.
Yeah, Kickboxer.
Number 7. This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features Jean-Claude Van Damme's character avenging his hospitalized friend.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, Bloodsport.
This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features a performance by Jean-Claude Van Damme that was nominated for the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst New Star, which was ultimately awarded to Ronald McDonald for Mac and Me.
Ooh. Ooh.
See, but that's... Now, based on the question, New Star, I'm going to have to go Bloodsport.
Yeah, I agree with Jose.
I'm gonna say Kickboxer.
Number 9. This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features Jean-Claude Van Damme's character being trained in martial arts by an Asian man set to a musical montage.
Kickboxer.
Kickboxer.
And finally, What's that?
No, go ahead.
This Jean-Claude Van Damme martial arts film features songs from Stan Bush.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Kickboxer.
Kickboxer.
Bloodsport.
All right. Ooh.
All right. Let me
edge of my seat.
Let me add up the tally.
I'm gonna say I got 9 out of 10, maybe. There's one that I think's a trick question.
Maybe 2 were trick questions.
Because I'm gonna say the one that's
Hold on.
now the one that was trained by the Asian, both movies.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
was gonna say that at
the last 2 were actually both movies.
Yeah, I can see that.
Both movies have songs by Stan Bush, and both movies have a musical montage of Jean-Claude.
Kumite,
I
the
don't-
Kumite song. Kumite. Kumite.
Yeah, Jose ran away with that one with 9. I gave him half points for 9 and 10. Yeah, you kind of killed that one. I'm blown away. Lee, you only missed 2 full questions, and then the two halvesies.
And then I even knew one of the halvesies. I knew I should have said.
I tried to give you.
I stopped it. I was gonna say. No, the Asian man. That's both. Both guys were Asian, but he ended up getting.
Well,
trained.
of course.
The kickboxer is the one where he tied his legs and pulled him to do the splits. He hung in the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did that.
Drops that big ass coconut on his belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which the 2 that Lee
Now
got
enjoy
wrong.
shitting blood.
You kick the tree.
Lee got number 3 wrong. He picked Bloodsport for the fists and broken glass, and then
That's not Bloodsport. Fuck.
that's Kickboxer.
No, I've mixed the 2.
Yes.
And added that as part of the Kumite.
Yeah, Jose
But
always said that
The
Kumite.
underground Bloodsport, where they were fighting in the ring, surrounded by fire, and they wrapped their hands and dipped it in honey and glass.
And
And
number
then fucking Tong Po licked it. He licked his glove before they fought.
number 8, Lee also got wrong, which was the Worst New Star Award, and Jose had the right logic there that
Yeah.
Bloodsport came first. So yeah, pretty fucking.
Yeah, that was the other one that I was tricky on, because if they gave it to him for Kickboxer, that's wrong, because he's not a new star if Bloodsport came up first.
I have to say, you went a lot harder in this Bloodsport or Kickboxer game than I thought.
How'd I
Because
do?
I wasn't fucking joking.
You weren't. You came to fucking play.
Let's do this thing.
I love it. So yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. What was my score?
You also got 7 with Lee.
Yeah.
Wait.
Up top.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you got the broken glass one wrong, as well as Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Awesome. What's going on with you, Kelly? Thanks for putting that together, guys. That was fun.
That was fun.
Nothing much. Been watching a lot of wrestling. Surprise, surprise.
I'm
As
shocked.
the G1 climax rolled around.
Okay,
So-
you just, when you're done talking wrestling, let me know, because I just remembered I wanted to ask you a question about wrestling.
Okay. So yeah, the G1 climax rolled around. That is New Japan's big tournament of the year. First 3 nights are done. We're currently on a 2-day break, and then we'll start up again with a 4-day straight stretch of shows.
They just came off their, what was it? Cow Palace show?
Yeah,
That
they
was
had
the one where-
G1 special.
That was Kenny versus Cody.
Yeah.
And then they jumped right into this fucking tournament.
Yep. Yeah. No, this was the Cow Palace show is kind of just like the prelude to the tournament. And so yeah, that started off. Been some good matches so far. from night 2, Kenny versus Naito was really good. I'd throw it in match of the year contender. It won't be near my top 5, but could see it in the top 10. That was really good. What wasn't good at all was Extreme Rules.
I also noticed that your Voices of Wrestling review didn't have the main event reviewed on it, and I just figured you guys just gave up.
No, that was an accident that got fixed later.
I figured, like, fuck this.
We might as well have. That fucking show. That show was an all-time bad show.
Do you guys get good traffic for those reviews?
This one especially, we're getting enough traffic to shut down the site.
Because the show was such trash.
Yep. People want to read reviews of shitty shows.
That's not a great look.
I'm glad we have 3 guys, because at one point one of us fell asleep. There was like a 2-match period where one of our reviewers just didn't say anything, and then he just woke up during one of the matches.
And you were fighting sleep at one point.
Yeah, no, I almost passed out during the AJ Styles Rusev match and had to get up and walk around the room.
Okay, so well, since we're talking Extreme Rules, let me put my question in right here because it pertains. So Hulk Hogan showed up Sunday at Extreme Rules backstage. WWE.
I was hoping he was going to pop up on the show so I could just spend my review referring to him as famous racist Hulk Hogan.
So they reinstated him into the WWE Hall of Fame, and he came backstage and apologized to the roster and gave a little speech. And then now, like, WWE and Hogan are back in each other's good graces. Not necessarily signed to a contract yet, but everything's copacetic. I saw something like Mark Henry said, like, 50% of the roster is cool, 50% is like, fuck that guy. So I'm kind of glad it worked out that Isaac was on the show this week, because he will have an interesting perspective. So, what do we think about Hogan coming back?
I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, like, fucking why?
Ever?
I don't even know if it's a PR stunt or if it's because he's lost a lot of fans. And I mean, I've looked at forums. I've also, I mean, for me, it's like you're on a public forum and you're a famous celebrity. And you go and you say stuff like that, you don't think it's gonna get out. And I mean, everything's recorded, and everybody has either something to record you with, or they get an iPhone. And he said some stuff, and it was like, what? Basically, you didn't know that it was gonna get out, so you basically said how you felt. And it's like, I'm almost like, what are you apologizing for if that's who you really are? I mean, it's. Who's to say you aren't still talking like that? So for me,
that's kind of what I thought too. Yeah,
and that's the thing. He never apologizes for what he said. He always kind of apologizes that he got caught. And it's like he always says, brother, you gotta be careful what you say. You never know who's listening, brother.
Well, I
and
mean, it's
fuck
true.
Off, dude.
I feel like he did apologize. We might just not. It just might not have been a public apology.
His apology was, I'm sorry that all this Jap technology recorded me.
I do not want to defend what Hulk Hogan said, but he was banging his friend's wife and thought that he just figured, why would there be something recording me?
Well, that's like the weird thing is with the Gawker case, I'm on Hogan's side.
I'm totally on Hogan's side of the Gawker case.
100%.
He absolutely deserved that win. That was messed up.
It should have never gotten out.
That the Gawker case is like some attack on the media and shit like that. No, fuck that. He's right. He's right in that case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that because it's pretty much you have to make the decision: is that news? And it is to an extent, but it's not. It's not news.
That was his business. They should have never did that.
No. But at the same time,
no one told me you were going to record all my pythons, brother.
Here's the thing. No one is ever going to unearth a recording of me saying shit like that. Because I don't say shit like that. So, That's just a dude who
Don't
says
say
shit
those
like
kind
that
of
and
words
got
with
reported
Mahoney
once.
around.
Some of
You know?
some of the worst shit I've ever said has been intentionally recorded on this show.
Yeah, but like I said on Twitter, that's a guy who just says shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
But just got recorded once saying it. So yeah. But also at the same time though, like, he's an old crusty white dude. And old crusty white dudes are not as woke as we would perhaps like them to be sometimes.
Sure. Well, one point I kind of wanted to make when we were talking about how he was telling the roster, you know, watch what you fucking say, watch what you post. You know, you never know when you could be recorded. You know, it was kind of
not the biggest takeaway, I feel like.
If you detach that from, you know, what he's in trouble for, that's good advice, especially
totally
in
good
a
advice.
company where I've seen Seth Rollins' dick. You know?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about how I saw Seth Rollins' dick? It was I hadn't seen. No, not personally. I hadn't seen those pictures, and then one popped into my feed of after that not this past Florida WrestleMania, but the one before where it was the Rollins versus Orton match, and he did the crazy RKO.
Oh yeah.
Someone just photoshopped Randy Orton RKOing Rollins' dick.
God damn it.
I forget the point I had about the Hogan thing. That was much better anyhow.
I'm in camp fuck that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I never liked him to begin with.
Not like
really
not even well,
anything.
I mean, I guess you don't have the nostalgia factor for it.
I mean, when I was a child, I loved Hogan. Like when I was a child, like 1996, and I was 4 years old, when he joined the NWO, it made Child Kelly cry.
Wow. So hearing Hogan's theme music start wouldn't give you a little bit of the feels.
No, I'd kind of say, man, that guy needs to just go away.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
No, like if I'm going nostalgia wrestler, it's like Stone Cold.
Oh yeah.
Or like if Triple H came out to the game theme, like the My Time theme.
Not to conflate the two, but Stone Cold did throw his wife down the stairs.
He did.
Never meet your heroes, kids.
I don't give Stone Cold the benefit of the doubt, but we know he was dealing with demons at that point. He seems to have repented for what he's done.
Oh, hell yeah. The Texas Rattlesnake went through all 12 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got anything else, Kelly?
Part of Stone Cold's probation was he had to get handicap ramps, no more stairs.
Oh God!
In between playing Yakuza, I've been playing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and that has been a whole lot of fun. If you got a Switch, pick it up.
You know what you're talking about?
I'm gonna start playing Zero. Then I'm gonna go to the remake of 1 and then 2 when it comes out.
Nice. Yeah, I've been playing through Zero.
Zero's awesome.
It's so fucking good.
You guys fucking saving the same panties? You ever get to the guy where he says, "Hey, can you go help save these panties?"
Yeah, I seen that guy.
The fuck?
I'm glad that he knew what you're
stealing
talking
panties
about.
for weird old dudes.
I want to say that in my mind, in Isaac's playthrough, he saw that guy and just kept on walking. Kelly was like, "Yeah, I'll help you, fella."
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta know this guy's story.
Panties? What? Hamburgers. Oh, this is a funny note. So when we were in Boston, TD Bank switched. They did a bunch of bullshit. So either way, I got locked out of my account. I had to walk in there, and
Oh, TD.
I
I
was
thought
like-
you said titty bang. I was like, oh, you got a titty bank?
Take all my business to
I went to the titty bank and just stocked up on milk.
The entire week before, we're making fun of Jose for the whole putting the Ninja Turtles in his cart fiasco. And then the first thing he starts ranting about as soon as he gets in the van in Boston is fucking TD Bank. They fucking locked me out of my fucking account.
And then later that night, he spent 7.5 hours buying plane tickets.
So I had, I got the password worked, but what stuck me up was the
security question.
The question, because that's what they were getting rid of from the business accounts, and that's what locked me out. So I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, "Well, are you sure you got it right?" And I was like, "Yeah." The fucking password was hamburgers. It's like, what?
It wasn't bananas this time. Hamburgers.
Was it hamburgers with like a question mark or like an exclamation point?
Hamburgers?
All caps.
All caps.
Hamburgers.
What made you
Just
choose
imagine-
a hamburger?
See, I think that should have a question mark at the end because it's like an accusatory hamburgers. Hamburgers.
Yeah, but the original meme, I think it just hamburgers.
Yeah, I think it just said hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday or was it Sunday?
Go on.
I don't know. The bank guy got a kick. He wasn't understanding the meaning behind the hamburgers. I was like, no. He goes, well, I guess you can't get that wrong, huh? Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
But that's all. Just it brought me to a funny little.
It was.
Boston.
I found it. It was question mark followed by exclamation point. And I think that's perfect. Because like accusatory and mad at the same time.
And incredulous all at the same time.
Oh well, while you found that, I found a picture of Samuel Jackson with his head an open Cadbury egg.
The internet is so savage.
Let me copy this and put that in the.
As Mace Windu.
That is a tasty burger.
Hamburgers. Fucking memes on podcasts. Great radio. Gotcha.
What else is going on, Jose?
I saw Ant-Man earlier today.
What'd you think?
Ant-Man.
I liked it. I liked the first one. I liked the second one. I feel that Homeboy's little storytelling is their Quicksilver moment. So they did that again.
But it was great the way they used it, I thought.
No, it was great, but they definitely that seems to be the thing that if they stole anything from Edgar Wright that they kept, it's that.
But like
Actually, he said that was his idea. That's not the Edgar Wright thing.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh, it just felt like
it. Look at the Honest Trailer
commentary.
Commentary.
Huh.
And he'll tell you he's right there.
I thought it was funny how they didn't do it right out of the gate. Like you were kind of waiting for it. And then when he went into it, it was basically Ant-Man's origin story. It was the entire first movie.
He is emotionally. It's very complicated.
Yeah. No. Where is he at physically? Oh, should have said so.
He's in the woods.
Yeah, that whole part was great. I thought the ending credit scenes should have been swapped because I will say this: that first end credit scene, like after that first end credit scene, the second one was a letdown. That second one should have been the first one.
That second one was in the trailer.
Yeah,
you
but
didn't even need to see it. It was in the trailer.
The second one is usually the throwaway gag.
Enough with these throwaway gags. Throwaway gag during the credits. Don't make me sit through the credits for the throwaway gag. I want to sit through the credits for something.
Throwaway gag in one part. Like it's kind of a throwaway gag, but then it's also in that moment you see like
The emergency broadcast systems playing on the TV.
all the test potential like that. So you kind of see that's your first kind of look at some real world aftermath, which is kind of cool.
So this poor fucking ant has been living through Scott Lang's life every day. He's been fucking getting up. He's been eating cereal. He's been playing some drums. He's been going to the bathroom day after day after day after day.
And doesn't know half his ant buddies are dead.
What's the life expectancy on an ant?
Ooh, good question. That is a solid question.
The first scene, I think might be the most powerful and useful setup.
The flashback
credit scene. No. The first credit scene.
And why do you like? I assumed one of the credit scenes was going to be someone or multiple people were going to turn to dust. So what? How do you view it as more of a setup?
Well, because it sets up wherever the fuck he's at. Because obviously him getting out is going to play an important part.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
so
she mentions before he goes in. She mentions before he goes in, don't watch out for any quantum time vortexes.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Oh, that's right. He does.
You guys think that the fact that he was in the quantum realm protected him from getting dusted, or do you think that it was just randomly that he didn't get dusted?
I think it was more random. I think
but maybe he was so deep, like whatever Thanos is doing doesn't affect.
Maybe that also helps with how he's able to get out of there or help, eventually defeat Thanos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like all the other cutscenes are either scenes that are in the movie when you end up watching the movie, like the Captain America one, where they're where they show him clamped, which was cool if that's what it was, but it turned out being just here's a scene from the movie you're going to watch in a couple months. I don't like that.
I got a quick idea, and I only think about this because I read a lot of comics. There was this Justice League run that they fought against Darkseid, and they had Green Arrow and the Autumn, which is and I kept thinking about what if Hawkeye shot an arrow just like he kind of did in the Civil War with Ant-Man on it, and they shot it at Thanos, and he went into his earlobe, went into his brain, and just fried his brain in the inside out and killed him. Because they did something similar to that with Darkseid. Darkseid had like four lobes or something like that, and they killed him. It was kind of like a Elseworld story.
Okay,
but it was cool the way they did it because they had the Justice League from the future fighting against a terrible world, against a universe where all the DC, like Batman was really old, but he was still Batman. The Flash was fat. Green Arrow was old.
No, I like that.
It was pretty cool. It might have been a regular DC. I think Grant Morrison was writing it then, but it was pretty cool. And I liked how they got rid of Darkseid because he shot an arrow at him. The Autumn was on it, and I was like, I said it'd be cool if Marvel did something, but it's probably copywriting or something. I don't know.
Oh, if they don't have Ant-Man ride an arrow at some point, that's like, what the fuck are you even doing?
Yeah.
And
they
Ant-Man
did that already. They did that.
Yeah, but they can do it again. Why the fuck not? Ant-Man and Giant Man will be real helpful against Thanos. Maybe not in that exact way, but the fact that he can go real small, real big, and deals with the quantum realm will be a big key.
The fact that it said Ant-Man and Wasp will be back.
Question mark.
So I'm saying that Pym.
Question mark.
Did they show 3 dusts?
Yeah.
Or just the 2?
No, it was everybody.
No, they showed 3.
Okay.
But to be fair, Michael Douglas might have just dusted on his own.
Remember that time Michael Douglas ate pussy so good he gave himself cancer?
I do. He sucked the cancer right out of her pussy.
Hey, girl, I'm going to heal you.
Damn.
But I liked it. It's pretty much what I thought. If you liked the first one, you liked the second one. It was a fun ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first one with a better villain.
I saw someone suggest...
Which there really was no real villain because Ghost was badass, but like she's a product of fucking Shield.
Yeah.
Shield made her the bad
Yeah,
guy.
but
like
she's-
she didn't want to go kill nobody.
Yes, she
Shield
did.
turned her into a killer.
She was talking about killing Lang's daughter.
But this is after Shield got a hold of her.
Yeah, but
she didn't have this power and was like, "Oh shit, I can be a badass spy." Shield took her, ran tests on her, and weaponized her.
Yeah.
Like the thought of killing people was implanted by Shield. That's why that was an option to her, because that's how she's lived. But that's only because Shield got a hold of her.
She's a pretty
She was raised with-
monologue-y villain, though.
No, she's a badass villain, but in the way, like
Like a villain
technically,
by circumstance, almost. I hear what you're
she's
saying.
not a villain though, because she worked for Shield. She's an American hero who's been on classified missions that nobody knows about.
But then there was that time where she's like, "I'm going to kidnap a child now."
Yeah, and also,
But she didn't. She didn't though.
Shield was also
She got
Hydra,
desperate.
so
Desperate.
Shield
the
Shield
thing,
is
though,
all
in this
villains
movie-
because they're all Hydra.
But her motives were to stop the pain. Her
For sure.
motives weren't let's like keep doing bad shit.
Right.
Let's steal his technology and keep moving forward. No, it was I'm fucking hurting every moment of my existence, and pretty soon in a couple weeks I'm gonna fade into nothing.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. She was, I like her a lot.
I want the technology. Like the other guy, I love him. I didn't know he was in there, so that was a cool little surprise.
Who?
Walton Goggins is the fucking best.
He was so good.
He was playing
Now,
Walton
he
Goggins.
wanted the technology to weaponize and sell it. So if there's any true villain in the story, it's his character.
He's so great.
He was almost like an obstacle in a way, but I still liked him.
But the question is
Now, also perform several health code violations in my restaurant that would frankly astound you.
yeah. I love how his thing is just the Southern gentleman, no matter what fucking movie he is. But that hair, he's got to do something.
Was that a mullet?
I don't know, but that hair is looking fucking like a caricature hair.
They do a thing though with Ghost and one of the flashbacks that bugs me. The thing that bugs me like a lot with phasing type things, whatever, because like, oh shit, she's out of control, she can't stop her phasing, whatever. So like, Bill Foster walks in and she tries a hand or something and she drops it, like it phases through her hands or whatever. And I'm like, but she can sit on a bed.
Why don't she just phase through the ground?
Yeah, like she can walk around on shit. She just can't hold shit. Like, all right. Like, she can lay on her magic bed, but she can't hold a box of crackers. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, by the way, a black garden ant has a lifespan of 15 years.
Get the fuck out of
A
here.
pharaoh ant.
No.
A pharaoh ant
So in
has
an
a life.
alternate universe, half the universe does not come back, and that ant just fucking becomes king.
Well,
Played for 15 years.
since the ant has been grown, he's a human-sized ant. Does that mean are we looking at dog years or something? Like, is that ant going to be 45? Or is that ant going to be eternal?
The eternal
Yeah,
ant.
but the sad thing is, you cut to 10 years later, the ant's still living Lang's life. Like he's crying while he's drumming. He's crying for the 2 hours on the toilet.
I think eventually the ant would be like, you know what? They ain't coming. So, and then he
But
just
I
starts.
do love Rock Band.
Yeah, he just starts.
He was given the task. He stuck to the task.
Yeah, but I would imagine an ant would eventually give up, but then adopt probably some of those routines into its own life.
I think an ant would just stick
Pretty
with
Pebbles.
it.
What if the ant got mixed up and he's drumming on the toilet and he's eating?
Is that the same ant that grew big in the first movie?
No, he
And
died.
No. The one
the
that
pet,
she
the
was
ant
feeding
pet.
under the table and stuff,
It might be.
like a dog.
All those ants look alike.
Yeah, they do. Like clones. my god.
Take that, Hogan.
Got anything else, Jose?
No, I'll leave it at that.
What's going on, Isaac?
Man,
Anything cool happening?
See it. It's pretty cool.
Let's see. What I do over the weekend? I saw Skyscraper, and Hotel Transylvania.
Oh,
all right.
Wow. Oh wow. Do you have Movie Pass?
AMC A-list.
A-list.
Yeah,
That's a
Like their
good
own thing now, right?
That's
Yeah.
a good fucking deal. $20, 3 movies a week.
It pays for itself in like one movie. It could pay for itself.
If we weren't already on Movie Pass, we'd get that AMC shit. I think the only drawback is that you can only use it at AMC. But three
That's
movies.
the only drawback.
Three
If you're
movies a
close
week.
to one, yeah.
3 movies a week, and you can see fucking IMAX. You can see the crazy Dolby. You can see 3D.
He's got his app on his phone, and it like keeps like a poster of all the movies you've seen.
Yeah.
So you can look back and see your history. He's got like fucking 10 Black Panthers.
Oh, and you can see movies
Always
multiple
bet on
times.
black.
Yeah, they stopped doing them where you could see movies multiple times on Movie Pass.
Well, don't worry. Like, Movie Pass is gonna be gone pretty soon. So,
Well, I am worried because I paid.
12 cents.
I am
I'm gonna
worried.
buy it all.
I paid fucking year subscription, so I'm
That's
using that
nice.
as much as I can.
Use it, man. It's not sustainable, but
It's not. It's
I was telling
stupid.
I was telling Jose I might buy all the stock. It's like 12 cents.
How was Skyscraper?
It was dumb but entertaining. I mean, I get it. It was.
Did you see Rampage?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Because I would call Rampage dumb and entertaining.
like, you've
Yeah, it
seen
was
him
probably
fight
the same
monsters. You've seen him fight earthquakes.
Nah, he's climbing
Now
a building.
see him fight having one leg.
It does a job. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't collect it. It was I basically, if I didn't have AMC A-list, I probably would have never saw it.
That's right.
There you go.
That's the beauty of it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see this movie because there's nothing else out that I really want to see.
I misread the trailer where I thought The Rock. I must have misunderstood a line where he was like, "Not my building," and I thought I saw a clip of him unfolding like blueprints. So
That was a tablet he had, but it
okay, so I thought he was like the architect,
no.
and I was like, "What fucking movie does The Rock play an architect with one leg?" Stuck in this fucking building where the only savior is the architect.
Well, to
who's
be
a fucking jacked beast.
To be fair, he was a fucking zookeeper in Rampage.
Not just any zookeeper. Sign language and everything.
They should just make a prequel, The Zookeeper.
We watched Blockers last night with John Cena, and
I still gotta see
Was
that.
it-
Cock blockers?
you know what? Fucking funny.
That was out of theaters before we got our movie passes.
It was pretty funny.
We were interested in seeing that.
It's worth a rent on Amazon. I've spent $5 doing dumber shit. It was good.
How
I'm
is he?
excited about seeing Equalizer 2 this Friday.
Yeah, I dug it. Either of you guys see the first one?
No, I didn't even know Equalizer 1 existed. And then like
What is
they're-
this movie?
then they're like
Well,
Equalizer
it's based
2.
off the old 80s show, The Equalizer, where it's like a special ops dude who just wanted to vanish and live his life calmly, but he's got a big heart and he sees the plight of his neighborhood and a girl gets beat up, so he's got to go get revenge on them, and they turned out like
He's almost a hero for hire.
Now,
That's
I feel like I'm pretty in
Yeah.
tune with like what movies are coming out, but I completely missed the original Equalizer coming into theaters.
it's solid. It's still, it's not groundbreaking. It doesn't reinvent the action movie, but it's a cool little. The character's pretty cool. What they did with it. If you like Denzel and you enjoy
Who
him,
doesn't like
just
Denzel?
kind of being a badass,
Yeah.
who can.
Oh, okay. I
His
remember
gimmick
this movie
is
now.
he before he fights somebody, he starts his stopwatch.
He times himself, yeah.
That's
He
kind of
times-
dope.
He times each one of his fights, and some of them he's like, not
He-
bad,
he
and some
surveys
he's
the
like,
room like he gets everybody exactly how he looks at it. He says, "Oh, he's got a shot glass right there. I'm going to take that shot glass and shove it in your mouth. I'm going to take that corkscrew, shove it in your chin." And
kind of
I'm
like Sherlock.
That's fucking badass.
Where they kind of had him like scan the scenario, and he's like, okay,
Exactly.
he's gonna come at me with the right, left. I'm gonna counter, hit him with this, hit him with this, and then it shows the fight.
That sounds
A little
dope.
bit
Well,
like
actually, that sounds great.
Check it out, though. Equalizer, solid movie.
And directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah, Fuqua. Yeah.
Who did what
Training
was his
Day.
big-
Training Day.
Training Day was his.
But he
coming
did.
out
He
party.
also did a King Arthur movie. He did Shooter.
He did the one with
Olympus Has Fallen.
Homeboy.
Yeah, Homeboy. Yeah, right here, the Magnificent Seven.
No, the
Southpaw?
King Arthur.
Yeah,
It was what's his face?
Clive Owen.
Yes,
Yeah,
that weird one where like fucking Merlin. It was like the Dark Knight of
right.
fucking.
But it
those
predates the
movies.
Dark Knight. It was 200004. Dark Knight
Ooh,
is
ahead
the
of time.
King Arthur of Batman movies.
Nolan watched King Arthur and was like, "This fucking Fuqua.
Oh my
He's
God.
onto something."
I just
But
clicked.
what if this was Batman?
I just clicked back to Mace Windu with a cream egg head. Oh my God.
That's almost that's up there with the John Travolta with toes as his head. I love that.
Hamburgers, cream eggs. How is Hotel Transylvania
Barry,
3?
one more time.
Hotel Transylvania. It was goofy. I mean, I kind of fell asleep on it a little bit, but from what I saw, it's gonna make a little bit of money. I mean, it beat Ant-Man surprisingly on the second.
Oh,
Yeah, and Skyscraper was like number 4
Yeah,
in its opening weekend.
But it's a kids movie. My daughter liked it. My son liked it.
Mary and I liked. We were pleasantly surprised by the Hotel Transylvania movies because it's kind of like the old Adam Sandler comedy albums, but animated, and cleaned up for kids. But it's all kind of the same voices, the same actors. It's a decent bit.
Those animated, he needs to take advantage and throw the goat character in there.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about is, he has characters that sound like Dracula is essentially the goat.
He's basically the goat, yeah.
Hey,
And not talk about that.
you fuckers. Hey, you fucking whizzed
What do
that
you mean
one.
I'm a bat? They superimposed me in the sky with wings, man.
Those movies are way better than that piece of shit the week of. Me and Mary actually watched Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore this week, and
There you go. That's fucking.
he was just a little baby, 29 years old for Billy Madison.
Jesus.
1995, I think that came out.
What happened to the Billy Madison shared universe? I was hoping that would take off.
Well, there is the Happy Madison's shared universe where, the You Can Do It guy shows up in a bunch of movies. I said way back when that Little Nicky was basically the Happy Madison version of the Avengers, because you got everybody in there.
Fuck, I love Little Nicky.
Henry Winkler, covered in bees.
Unashamedly celebrate Little Nicky.
the gelato.
100%.
Fucking love Little Nicky.
Nicky's the shit, and the soundtrack.
I've never understood why people for a minute shit on that movie. Like, the devil has a regular appointment wherein he shoves the pineapple up Hitler's ass in that movie. Like, that is delightful.
And Hitler is wearing a French maid's outfit.
That's just delightful.
Kelly,
Yes.
have you seen Little Nicky?
No. I've seen Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Needs ain't no Little Nicky.
The Little Nicky was kind of the turning point in Adam Sandler's career where he started to do family films after that. And I think Mr. Deeds might have been right after Little Nicky.
We gotta watch Little Nicky one night. Making that list gets bigger every week, I swear to God.
Let's just watch movies. Let's just do that.
Just do like a month of movie podcasts.
No one's ever done that, right?
No, never. It'll be a bold new concept. All right, so we got some mail. Some shit to do in the mail department.
Shit, I forgot that we even need sounders.
Look at all this fan mail.
There we go. Fucking A. All right, so we are going to do a top 6 that we got sent in. I believe this is one of Zero's.
Yeah.
He sent this in to popcast at PanelsOnPages.com.
Yeah, he threw it out there. We read it last week, so we gave everybody a week to research their picks.
Mahoney sent in one, too. We're going to put this on the docket for next week. How about the top 6 population ex-girlfriends?
What? What?
Jesus
what?
Christ.
Like, okay.
That's all it says.
All right, I'm going to have to talk to Mahoney about this. Mahoney, I'm going to need you to clarify. Like, are we just talking ex-girlfriends of population members? Ex-girlfriends who are also population members?
Number 1, Garib Sheamus.
So, there's that one. And the other one Mahoney sent in, maybe we can tag team that one. Again, he sent this to popcast at PanelsOnPages.com. Is top 6 lines in Wild Wild West by Will Smith.
Oh, man. I have never seen that all the way through. I think I've only seen like bits and pieces from the robot spider, like
I
on
fucking
cable.
love
Same.
that movie when I was a kid.
Really?
Here they are. Here's
All
the
right,
six.
hit us with your top 6, Lee.
Let's do it. No, Jose's got it.
Yeah. All right. Woo.
No, I think he wants the top 6 lines from the song.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
All right, let's fire up those lyrics.
Well, then the number 1 is Wiki Wiki Wiki. Or is that just
Wiki Wild. Wiki Wild. Well, wow. Oh, my God. I pulled up the lyrics to Wild Wild West, and the first 12 lines are the Wild Wild West.
Well, there you go. That's the top 6 lines.
Holy shit.
The first 6 of that. So there we go. Knock that one out. That one's great.
He does 12 Wild Wild Wests, does a verse, chorus, verse. Okay. I had to. Holy shit, there's a lot of Wild Wild West. Oh my God. It's just blocks.
Yeah, it's a long song.
It's a fucking bad song.
It is a long ass song.
And Cisco.
Oh my God. Hang on.
The
Hang on.
original
Hang
Wild
on.
Wild West didn't
Hang
have
on.
many Wild Wild Wests.
This whole section is shout-outs. I'm talking Nazareth, B.O., Tony and Milton, Mike, Sluggo, and Mike Chilton, D.O.B., Reggie B, and Sydney, Dana B, Derek B, Sean B, and don't forget Big Hank, Don Ice and Sire Rock, God bless Peter Wax, Chuck, and Poe Chop. Eldorado George, way back in the day, had all the brothers on the hill talking this way. They said, God have mercy, LA Sunshine. My DJ, Easy Lee from all around the way, Jock, Philly Phil, Don D always. But they're chilling.
You think he's talking about
KB,
Uncle Philly Phil?
Steve-O, Ross, and AFI.
Fuck yeah, AFI.
I think that might be the band. A Baroni, Toss, and Hung Hunk.
Hung Hunk is his last shout out. Hung Hunk, we fight with our hands and nobody's a punk. At the Wild Wild West. 12 more Wild Wild West. Wiki Wiki Wild isn't actually in the lyrics here on the internet, but I count it. I count it as number 1. No, it fucking is part. I'm gonna pull it up right now. He pulls out at the beginning of the song going Wiki Wiki Wild. I guarantee.
100%.
Yeah, he does.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
Best line.
Wait. This isn't the correct lyrics.
James Riss.
Oh, you're looking at the Wild Wild West.
No, it says Will
Wild
Smith
West.
underneath it, but the song starts out.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider, no you don't want nada.
Right.
And where the fuck is that in these lyrics?
Yeah, that's not there.
I think somebody mixed them up.
I don't think they want you to say that.
Yeah,
part.
no,
That's-
because-
that belongs to Will Smith.
The Will Smith. Does he shout? Cut to the end of that Will Smith song. There are no shout outs. Are there? We're gonna get so fucking pulled off YouTube.
No, there's not shout outs. You're right. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think they grabbed the lyrics. Oh, this is just swell journalism, folks. They grabbed the lyrics from the original and then just credited Will Smith because they're fucking morons.
But the original
starts off Wild Wild West.
Was it? Who was it? Cool Mo D?
West.
Cool Mo D,
Yeah,
right?
I think that starts off Wild Wild West.
Ah, that's the fucking shout outs, homie.
Yeah, the shout outs is the real song. Yeah, this goes like fucking.
Darn nice, Society Rock, God bless, Peter Wax, Chuck, and Paul, Shot, Eldorado, George, way back.
Yeah, Eldorado George.
Where is Elder?
Credited that
What the
as
hell
Will
was that?
That's Cool
That's
Mo
the
D,
original.
Wild Wild West.
Huh.
Wild Wild West.
All right.
Which is nothing to do with the show.
All right. I wanted to find Hung Hank in there.
No, wait. Cool Mo D and Steve O chill?
My favorite part of the movie
Isn't
Wild
this
Wild
song-
West is where Jim West and the bad guy who played by, I think, what, Kavanaugh? Is it the bad guy?
Kenneth Branagh.
Branagh, yeah. Like, they have a scene where the two of them go back and forth where Kim Branagh just makes, like, veiled, like, really thinly veiled insults to him about being black and, like, being a slave and shit like that. And he just hits him back with a series of jokes about being in a fucking wheelchair. It's like the two of them are just so fucking savage to each other in that sequence. It delights me.
Isn't that the guy who directed Thor 1?
Yeah.
And Hamlet? Which one did you do? Kenneth Branagh something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was Hamlet.
But he directed it too.
Let's see. Doing a lot of Googling tonight. It's a Google type of show.
Google
y'all.
type of show.
Google.
Hamlet.
No, bang it.
Director Kenneth Branagh, 1996.
There you go.
Nice.
And
I'm
he
on
plays
fucking fire tonight.
He plays fucking Hamlet.
All right, so main attraction tonight. Zero Sin in his top 6. He writes in, we know the Skrulls are the main antagonist in Captain Marvel, which means sooner or later we're getting Secret Invasion in the MCU. So, what are you guys' top 6 MCU characters that are actually Skrulls? And how long have each of them been a Skrull? When was the switch made? Etc. etc. etc.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I didn't go that deep.
We can kind of spitball that.
Fluff it.
It was fucking workshop it. So, we got a couple responses up on the Twitters. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Kristen Allen at Kristen Allen Art on Twitter says Black Widow, Hawkeye, War Machine, and then Maria Hill / Coulson / any S.H.I.E.L.D. people, and then that Hobbit guy and Fury. And by that Hobbit guy, I'm assuming she's talking about Martin Friedman from Black Panther.
Yeah.
Or it could be Andy Serkis.
Oh, that's true too.
No, I'm
referring to the guy who made the lights go from the Wolverine movie, who is going to end up not being dead.
What?
That's going to be the first X-Men to make it.
What guy that made the lights
Lord of
go?
the Rings.
No, I know what he's talking about.
Fucking
Charlie
homeboy.
from
They all worked
Lost.
at the carnival. Sabretooth
Oh.
killed him.
Oh my god, the fucking homeboy from Lost.
Yeah.
No, the homeboy that's from fucking Lord of the Rings. Well, yeah, Lost.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
I got you. Took a minute, but I got you.
Well, no, that's not MCU. So
It's
get
not
out of
MCU.
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the crossover.
No, there's no
the
fucking
first
way.
X-Men
No, there's
in
no
the
fucking way.
MCU.
There's no way that the MCU is going to fold in the continuity of X-Men Origins Wolverine when they
Just
buy
that
Fox. No,
Because what happened was
He
is
died.
hit the Ant-Man's going to find him in this little universe.
All right, I'm gonna go.
well, I got one more. Mahoney also posted.
Go for it.
Mahoney's got ranked 1 to 6. He's got Bill Foster, which is an interesting pick considering Ant-Man and Wasp just came out. Then he's got Black Widow. That's second vote for Black Widow. Number 3, a mid to low level Wakandan. I put it out there that maybe we shouldn't include anyone in Wakanda because Wakanda's kind of insular, maybe the Skrulls wouldn't have known to infiltrate. But he's like, nah, fuck that. Maybe like a Dora Milaje or something. And I was like, ooh, check out a scene where like Okoye's got the whole Dora Milaje behind her. She does some sort of like formation call, and then all of the chicks behind her turn into Skrulls.
That'd be cool.
Just like 10 Dora Milaje Skrulls. Then he's got some sort of wizard, one of Spider-Man's friends, and then TBD new Guardians of the Galaxy character that you think is just a friendly new member of the team, or Gamora.
Solid.
Darn it.
All right, Lee.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Thunderbolt Ross, General Ross.
Good pick. Good pick.
I said, and I even know when it happened for him. I say he died. He mentions in Age of Ultron like having a heart attack and like having a little moment.
No, it was Civil War.
It's Civil War. That's right. Age of Ultron, Civil War. Yeah, like he died. He died then, and he got placed by a Skrull and was put in somewhere to draft the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah,
makes perfect sense. I'm gonna say Pepper Potts. Like, why the fuck is she back all of a sudden?
Huh?
She was,
but that's also saying Iron Man's going to make it through this for Pepper Potts to even matter.
Yeah, he gonna make it. He'll be all right.
I thought all these guys were like nearing the end.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. probably yes.
Right, but they could recast Iron Man if they wanted to, or like I don't know. Those movies make
the perfect way to do that is have him get taken by Skrulls.
Could be that too. Yep. I'm just saying. Yeah, maybe that's why. I put Hawkeye because who gives a shit?
Yeah, but
Right.
see, I also
Mahoney is screaming now.
I also tried to not pick. I tried to not pick who gives a shit characters because then who gives a shit?
But the thing, like Hawkeye is the one Avengers character. Because I'm gonna say not Black Widow because they're making a Black Widow movie. Like that's kind of moving ahead. They're doing a Black Widow movie. That's a thing they're gonna do.
He's a starting lineup Avenger that is easy to turn into a Skrull and explain it away.
Exactly.
But you can still have a Black Widow movie, and then have Black Widow, real Black Widow, escape. Like she's not dead; she's just been replaced.
I don't know that you damage. They're gonna want that Black Widow franchise. They're gonna want a Black Widow series if it goes well.
Well, yeah, but that's coming out before, right?
No, it's gonna be a few years.
Well, I mean, who knows when fucking Secret Invasion is going to happen?
Exactly.
If it even happens.
I don't know if I damage that.
But that's what I'm saying. If it comes out after the Black Widow,
it could be. Good point. Maybe.
Good.
Maybe. I put someone on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it's cute that they still try.
Like that'll be the fucking series finale. Someone turning into a Skrull.
Right. And then I see what you're saying as far as the Wakandan stuff goes. So I had either Everett Ross, fucking Martin Freeman, right, or Nakia, because yes, the Wakandans are insular, but they made a big stink about going to United Nations, or whatever, and putting Wakanda on the map.
Right.
And Nakia's whole thing is leaving Wakanda to go on missions. And
yes. Yeah, that's a good one.
So she could easily have been swapped out at some point after they make their big, they're like, what the fuck? Who? I want one. I want one of those. Fucking give me one of those.
I feel like Everett Ross, if
he's way interested in that vibranium.
Yeah, but if we're talking Everett Ross was turned into a Skrull prior to the events of Black Panther, I feel like Shuri would have picked up on him being a Skrull when she had him on the medical table.
Yep. No, you're right. Yeah.
So it would have to be.
My money is on Nakia.
I like Nakia. Nakia makes a lot of sense. Everett Ross would have to be post Wakanda.
Right.
But I like your reasoning that all of a sudden Wakanda's a fucking public thing now. Like we need to get a sleeper cell in there ASAP.
Well, you'd have that moment where Black Panther has to take his sister down.
Well, no. Nakia is his love interest. Shuri is his sister.
Her whole
She's
gimmick
supposed to be a villain anyway.
What's that?
Eventually. She's supposed to eventually turn into a villain anyway called Malice.
That's true, right? But they also they've even made mention that the reason Nakia's not in Infinity War is she's out doing stuff. I mean, so she's
running errands.
Yeah. So I don't know. What you got, Nice?
That wasn't a sexist comment. That was a Jose joke.
That's her job. It's right errands.
Did Zero send a 6? Did he send his picks?
He did not.
Okay. My list, I'm going from 6 to 1. I agree with Lee on Thunderbolt Ross. Easy time to switch him out when he has the heart attack, and now he's directly affecting the Avengers' lives. And in it, like, he gets to see all the files. He gets to see what's going on. He's putting Avengers in prisons.
Ooh, and maybe the prisons is where he's like, okay, put this guy away. That's where they make the switch.
Oh, or that's where they start building Super Skrulls.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
They start pulling DNA or whatever the shit they need to make Super Skrulls, or just like files. Like, okay, well, here's Hawkeye. He could do this, 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 and this. Here's a video on him. Here's a podcast he was on. So, going off of Thunderbolt Ross, my number 5 pick is a little out there. I'm going to say Betty Ross. Bring back Liv Tyler in whatever movie you're starting, like this lead up to Secret Invasion, whether it be Secret Invasion 1 or the Avengers movie prior to Secret Invasion. Bring Liv Tyler back as Betty Ross, have interactions with Bruce Banner, but then she is a Skrull. She's been gone for so long, we haven't seen her in the movies, so it's kind of like, oh, cool, fucking Liv Tyler's back, and then she's a Skrull, and then she's fucking dead.
I can dig it.
Nick Fury. Either... So, a lot of the Skrull infiltration, I read an article that suggested it has to be people that were active in the 90s, because that's when Captain Marvel takes place, and, it deals with Skrulls, and Nick Fury's part of it, so on and so forth. I don't necessarily think that they all have to be from that era, but Nick Fury would make sense, but he would make more sense if... Winter Soldier, he fakes his death. So that's when they make their Fury Skrull.
I actually had him on my list, and I skipped over him. I fucked that up.
And then he's kind of sitting in the background. Well, but then at the end of Infinity War, he sends the page to Captain Marvel in space, and if he's a Skrull, then why would he send a page to space?
What if, though, and this is what I wrote down on my list, I skipped over it, but what if sometimes when we've seen Fury, he's been a Skrull?
I like that idea, kind of.
None of those people really fucking know him.
Maybe when he's with Hill, but then also, would a Skrull impersonate him? It would have to be on the DL. Like, the Skrull would be impersonating him behind the scenes to move things around, to make things happen. Or, he's got the eyeball that gets him access. What was that, from Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
So the Skrull can use that. Yeah, I don't think, because Nick Fury did so much to build the Avengers, I don't think he's been a Skrull this entire time.
No, definitely not.
Plus, he's sending out for Captain Marvel, so there's that. Rhodey, War Machine.
I can see it.
Yeah. Explains why it looks so different.
That is a great point. No one ever really mentioned that between Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2, Rhodey looks a little bit different. And, Rhodey...
Not wrong. Like a fucking different world where, there's a world where Terrence Howard has been War Machine for 8 years.
And it's making more money than Robert Downey Jr. somehow.
Right.
Oh, God.
Terrence Howard's fine, but no Don Cheadle, I'm sorry.
But also, I also, in one of the articles I was reading, trying to get ideas for this bit, is, according to timelines, Rhodey should be a peer of Carol Danvers in the Air Force.
That's very true.
They should be coming up through the ranks around the
They're
same
bumping
time.
ugly somewhere.
So maybe
that's right.
Maybe Rhodey is somewhere in Captain Marvel, and he gets fucking taken out by Skrulls, and they. The end of the Captain Marvel movie is Rhodey being captured and replaced by a Skrull. You can't fucking play your hand then. But
yeah, that'd be fucking
behind
awesome
the
if
scenes.
It was Terrence Howard.
In Captain Marvel, Terrence Howard plays Rhodey.
Oh my god! Could you imagine?
Hey, we need you to do this because it won't make sense otherwise.
I also picked Black Widow, but I think kind of in a situation like I suggested for Nick Fury, where she was undercover so much that she could fake her own death or lose a Skrull tail if a Skrull was following her, and then she goes into the background and is behind the scenes and is watching this Skrull Black Widow run around and keeping tabs on him, because she's got to be there. Like we were talking about the Black Widow movie, she can't have just been a Skrull the entire time. So we need something there. And then my number one, and I want to see this fucking, let's say, season finale of the next Daredevil season is got to be Elektra.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be amazing. Oh wait, Elektra
with
just
the shit they're doing with her.
Isn't she dead as fuck though? Didn't she get killed in the dragon?
Get the fuck out of here! She was dead as fuck. Like
the first time
at the end, at the end of Daredevil 2.
She was dead as fuck the first time she was dead as fuck.
That's fair enough.
So that's my list.
That'd be awesome. What you got, Isaac?
All right, so a little late to the game, but I still had a few options here. So I want to say first off, Agent Coulson, because he died and then he miraculously came back. That wasn't him. That was clearly a Skrull in disguise.
And the Avengers have known it the whole time. That's why they don't hang out with him anymore. I don't know him. You can't sit at our table anymore, Phil.
We could do. Is this the complete Marvel universe or just the movies?
The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
All right. So second is Claire Temple. She's a Skrull. She's all involved in Daredevil. Then she goes to Luke Cage, and she's all around these low level supers, just working her way up. I think.
Getting some sweet Wolverine claws.
Is Gamora. One, she's already green. No, just kidding. I think one way. What if Thanos killed a Skrull Gamora, and then that would make an easy way for the real Gamora to come back. But that's kind of out there. But what the heck? Let's see. Second, Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan's a good one.
They better not kill Happy Hogan. Put him in the fucking Skrull.
Yeah,
he's around Tony learning Stark secrets and stuff like that.
Yeah. That the plane he was shipping off in Spider-Man: Homecoming, he could have been sending that back to the Skrull homeworld.
Exactly. Fifth one, Aunt May. She's too young. No, I just play. It'd be something different. Aunt May can have Peter make the stakes higher if he finds out his aunt's really missing. And then the sixth one, I thought Eric Selvig from the Thor movie.
Oh, see, I was kind of having trouble finding a Thor connection, but that might be a good one.
Yeah, I thought about it too, but I think I'm going to have to save Selvig for my top 6 supporting characters.
Gotcha.
Solid list.
What was your list again, Isaac? What was your number 3 and 4?
3 was Gamora, and 4 was Happy Hogan.
Gamora is a tough sell.
Yeah.
Just because if she's not... I like the concept of... It worked to get Thanos the stone because he thought he was killing something that he loved, but he really wasn't. But then again, she has formed this bond with Peter that would then... is she not in love with Peter then? Peter Quill?
Or the Skrull fell in love with her.
Right.
Him.
Wow. That'd be kind of.
That'd be an interesting dynamic, actually.
Is that puss still green?
She's still an alien.
Fucking,
He's like, well, yeah. What? It doesn't change anything for Peter.
yeah,
Okay, so you're telling me you were a green alien before we banged, and you're a green alien after we banged?
Yeah, but the vaginas have to be different, don't they?
Do they?
You would assume.
I mean,
Skull vagina
can be as big
Well,
or as small
actually,
as-
she's shapeshift. The scroll is shapeshifting to look like Gamora, so it would look like her private parts too.
Yeah, but nobody knows what those look like.
But she does.
She does, but Quill doesn't know what they look like.
Quill goes to Thanos. Describe Gamora's private parts to me.
why are they full of teeth?
Good one. All right, Jose.
All right, number 6. I do have Black Widow.
Number 6.
Because-
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal.
You can still do her origin story. That is the origin story of Black Widow. But the Black Widow we know the past couple movies has not been. And they've already set up she loves green dick.
Right. Right.
All about the Hulk. And that makes sense. The Hulk's not going to be a fucking Skrull. He's already the Hulk.
Right.
But that explains the love interest that they're trying to establish.
You remind me of home.
So whenever they started having those, they started throwing those feelings in hardcore, that's the Skrull. So you can still do the prequel movie. That's her origin, and be as is, because that'll come out before you have the reveal she's a Skrull. So it doesn't hurt the movie, especially when you have the real Black Widow show back up.
Well, they start showing the relationship in Age of Ultron, and then after that, Hulk pieces out until Infinity War. Now,
and then she's weak in her knees when they meet again.
If we want to talk when their relationship first started, it's when she recruited him for the Avengers.
Right. Which she could have been from the event, which leads me to my other one is Hawkeye, is because they have the most, they have history. So I think whatever mission they're talking about could be the mission neither of them made it out of.
Oh.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So, like, that's the mission that Skrull, Hawkeye, and Black Widow took over. And since that mission, the real Black Widow and Hawkeye are captive. Maybe they do like a Killer Clowns from Outer Space thing where the bodies are like kept in cocoons where they're just kind of feeding, but they're not dead.
Kept in cotton candy that they stick straws into and suck out their blood.
So those are my 6 and 5. My
what
number
if,
4.
Let me throw this out there real quick. What if they are both Skrulls? Hawkeye knows it, but Black Widow has either forgotten or had her mind wiped or something.
Oh, she's been through so many side
she's
changes,
in
she
so
doesn't
deep.
remember she's
in so deep, and Hawkeye's like he fucking sprouts his ears and he's like, You're just like me. You've forgotten, but we've been in here too long. You think you're one of them, but you're not, and then her fucking ears start to grow.
That was
Like
they
Pinocchio?
did that for who was it in the comic? Was that it was the Skrull Captain Marvel was like like he thought he was Captain Marvel for real.
Hey.
Yeah.
Number 4, I got Jane Foster or Sharon Carter.
Cool.
Each one because of who they're close to.
Sharon Carter, I
that's
think
all you need for those for sure. Yeah.
Sharon Carter, I think, makes more sense because she's got her fingers more in stuff.
Yeah, and she was S.H.I.E.L.D., which also brings me to then 3. I also had Rhodey.
Skrulls are so goddamn mad when Shield broke down.
But also it could be Wilson. Because it's the same thing. Like Rhodey was brought in to be close to Tony. Or Wilson was brought in to be close to Cap. Like they're trying to get their second in charge. Their right-hand men.
I like Sam and Cap as buddies. Like, they have a natural chemistry to where Rhodey thinks Tony kind of sucks, and Tony thinks the other way around. Like, they don't have the greatest relationship, even though they're longtime friends.
Well, that's why I put Wilson last.
Longtime friends. Like, Rhodey was assigned to Stark.
Yeah.
Right.
And this was more of... And Wilson seems too, like, gung-ho America, the right thing, which is why him and Captain America kind of get along. But, again, if we're going for, like, hit you deep, I think either of those characters would hit, especially after what Tony just went through with the guilt with Rhodes, which would probably even make that turn worse. Because, you know, he had the guilt, he got him shot down, and then he did everything he could to help him walk, and then to find out he's fucking, he was helping the bad guy.
Oh, man, the entire time Rhodey's going through physical therapy, it's a Skrull.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, I can't
Skrulls.
wait till the turn to He catches him walk into the fridge. He's in his boxers, just fucking scratching his ass. Oh, shit. And then he drops to the ground. Oh, my leg! Oh, they hurt. Then I have Fury as well. I put Fury. Maria Hill and Fury went bye-bye, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, but that still doesn't mean they're not Skrull.
Right, because
his finger snap affected like the universe.
Yeah, and
right. So I'm gonna go.
You don't turn into a Skrull until you're dead. So, you know, you turn to dust.
With everyone vanishing, you don't get to see them.
The dust is a Skrull, but you don't see them become a Skrull.
Yeah, it's not green dust.
Yeah. So I wouldn't disqualify. I wouldn't disqualify anyone that died in the snapping.
I'm going to go with Fury and his team. Maria Hill, Black Widow, because Black Widow's been his girl this whole time too.
Yeah.
Coulson, I'm going with that whole clique.
Okay,
that
and
whole
then
the Shield clique that didn't turn out to be Hydra were Skrulls.
And then you can kind of use the logic that they're building these Avengers to bring these superheroes out of the woodwork. And then
secrets,
and then to make Super Skrulls out of them.
Right. What's the best way to have them is to have them think you're working on the same side.
And I think
now I'm also going. This leads me to my number one pick, which I didn't know the story of the movie, but I'm not changing the pick. Fucking Miss Marvel's a Skrull. That's why Fury called her. The Miss Marvel. I'm going the same Black Widow.
She didn't go to 10 years of Captain School to be called Ms.
Captain Marvel, Skrull.
So explain this again. Why? Oh, so Fury's calling
Skrull.
Fury's calling Skrull. Fury is calling a Skrull Captain Marvel.
Right.
Okay.
But then to us, it's oh shit, Marvel. But who's the character they're introducing the Skrulls into? So it would make sense for her. And you, again, just like the Black Widow, the origin story is the real person.
But you need to keep the real Captain Marvel in this universe somehow, because they're hoping for her to be the Iron Man.
She'll come, maybe her and the original Black Widow. Fucking chick power. The two originals come up. Black Widow's like, check out who I fucking found. The real one.
Oh, and there is we have seen the set photos, and she is wearing a green suit in some of the set photos, and we expect her to be in blue and red, so.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh. But they also do that for like.
I don't see it with Captain Marvel because her origin's so tied to Kree shit.
Yeah, but he's talking after her origin.
This is post-origin. This is after origin.
Yeah.
All the origin, all of that is legit. Somewhere between that movie and the next time we see her on screen, some shit went down. That's my sense.
I'm excited.
I could see Skrulls not wanting to be her.
A dirty
because
Kree.
she's that
Right, yeah.
Kree garbage.
Dirty Kree.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Or maybe that's the best way. That's the best way to get back at the Kree.
I just don't see
Is
that.
what if they took? So what do you say? She's part Kree?
Yeah.
What's her
powers.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what better way to stick it to the Kree than fucking take over one of their? I mean, just imagine, like, what if Captain America was the bad guy? Wouldn't that be the best way for whoever to take over Captain America? To stick
that
it
Secret
to him?
Empire and it was
to
horseshit.
take.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, I'm talking like,
Hey,
the best way to get your enemy back is to make their beloved person your side.
I think it's a bold choice, and I think any of these could really happen. And I think they're definitely going to set up a bunch that have been Skrulls for a while. But in that movie where we start getting Skrull reveals, it's going to be like those Mission Impossible movies where people are taking off latex masks every 5 minutes. You're not going to know who's a Skrull and who's not. Like, so
my wild card though, the ant from the post. He's just drumming because he knows what's coming.
I'm very excited to look back on this episode in a couple years and see who was right.
Well, if it goes anything like Bloodsport, I'm gonna be fucking 5 for 6, baby.
Come get these Skrulls.
You really did. You really did wow us with your Bloodsport Kickboxer.
All right, what you got, Kelly?
Let's see. I need to find my list. I didn't put as much thought into it as you guys did. Black Widow, because then they could just have her show up with a completely different face and explain it away by in between when Black Widow was taken and when we saw her for the first time, she had to have some kind of major alterative plastic surgery.
It works.
Why are you taking my ScarJo, Kelly?
What?
Why are you taking away my ScarJo? What the fuck?
Because she doesn't want to be there anymore.
Is that true?
Last I had heard, she wants out.
But people have been begging for this Black Widow movie for years.
That's why it's going to be someone else.
Oh my god.
I know about
Iron
that.
Man, for the same reasons, he wants out, so replace him with someone else. Or
All
he's
right.
been dead all along.
All right, so when
he
when
never made it out of the mountain. It's just been a Skrull. Tony Stark, like all of it's been a lie.
What, since the wormhole? What are you talking about?
No, he died. He died in the fucking.
Oh, in the cave.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Or they did a quick switch when he was in the wormhole in Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense too. Well, yeah, but then you have that whole connection with Thanos since the wormhole.
I don't know. It's like you have to have the scroll get into armor and everything. That's it. That would be.
Can they replicate?
Yeah, Jarvis would be like, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck is Klurt?
They clone like the
Bitch,
physical
your name got
stuff,
3
right?
apostrophes in it. I don't know you.
Skin and clothes. I don't know if they do armor.
Is there a Skrull named Klurt?
That's Super Skrull. That's the one Skrull name I remember.
Yeah, it's KL''RT.
That made me laugh.
Let's see. My next one is Captain America. Got swapped out in between, or swapped out right after Civil War in the time where he was kind of missing for a bit.
You grew a sweet ass beard.
Yeah. So beard, Captain America, and really Captain America.
Shave the beard off and just get like that ball sack chin.
Yeah. Number 3, Joss Whedon. Because Avengers 1 is pretty good, and Age of Ultron got Thor taking a bath.
Age of Ultron is fine.
It's
but
fine.
The Thor side quest stuff doesn't make any fucking sense.
It just wasn't exactly an age. It was more like
Like a weekend.
Number
Like a holiday
2,
weekend of Ultron.
Number 2, the Inhumans, I guess.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah, why not?
Got to find some way to make him relevant.
Yeah,
That didn't even happen.
Yeah, they're
And number one, I'm explaining away a great tragedy. Here's why he did something so uncharacteristic. Back in 2007, Chris Benoit was swapped out by the Skrulls.
Wait. Come,
Jesus Christ.
Chris Benoit.
And the
rest
Skrull
of the
couldn't
guy-
take what he had done, and he wanted out. So he killed his wife
God.
and his son and hung himself with a Bowflex.
And what would you call that, Kelly?
Like, he was
That's
pumping
a
hard.
double murder suicide.
He was pumping so hard in the gym, they walked in and he was green, and he just panicked.
That guy lost.
So fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Remember, that was my better answer. My first one I thought was going to be more gross.
No, this is definitely the better answer, the funnier answer.
Oh, God,
So,
that's
so
amazing.
wait, he killed himself because Skrull Chris Benoit killed his wife and son, and then he killed himself?
Maybe, okay, Skrull Chris Benoit got so concussed from wrestling, and his brain wasn't used to that kind of shit, so that's why he did it.
God.
Real Chris
I do not
Benoit
care
is
for this line
somewhere
of inquiry.
cryogenically
saw
frozen
footage
on the
of him
Skrull
doing-
homeworld.
Okay. Should they induct Skrull Chris Benoit into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Absolutely not. Real
Which
Chris
one
Benoit,
won the
though.
championships?
That's a good
Did
question.
the Skrull win at WrestleMania?
When Chris Benoit got drafted to ECW, that's when the Skrull replaced him.
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
He was just in his hometown and he watched some guy doing sweet ass headbutts off the top rope, and he's like, "I'm gonna go be that guy."
Don't do headbutts off the top rope.
He looked at him and said, "I'm gonna fight him."
That was fun. So, what do we got on tap for next week?
Next week, we got... Oh, Jesus. See, I'm trying to read my computer without wearing my glasses. That's a horrible idea.
Oh my God, we got to the point in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Terry realizes he's old and he starts wearing reading glasses around his neck on a fancy chain. It's great.
That show's so good.
Like, I thought it was just a bit they were doing in an episode, but now it's canon. He wears glasses around his neck.
So good. So we got... Juan sent us one. Juan sent one. Juan did one.
One.
Yeah.
One.
What were the two that Mahoney sent?
Top population, ex-girlfriends, and lines in Wild Wild West.
I kind of want to research that first one a little bit, but I need some clarification from Mahoney.
Yeah. In the meantime, we do have this one. And this is actually a really good one. I like this one. One writes in and asks for our top 6 non-MCU/DCU movies based on comic books.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Well, obviously, number one, Punisher Warzone.
It's definitely fucking on there.
So non-MCU.
Yeah, not MCU, or he says /DCU. So I imagine like your Dark Knight trilogy can fit in there.
Okay.
Just nothing like Superman or Man of Steel forward, I guess.
Oh, okay. So we're excluding the 2 cinematic universes.
Right.
Okay, so pretty much everything that Sony and Fox have been making since 2008 and everything before that, and then we're excluding Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad,
Right,
Wonder
which is
Woman.
a damn shame,
Yeah,
because Suicide Squad would definitely make that top 6.
damn shame.
Academy Award winning. There.
You're right, Jose. I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect.
They didn't do all them sounds for nothing.
And just based on superheroes or based on comic books?
Based upon this list that wants it in, I'm saying based on comic books.
All right.
There are some distinctively non-superhero things on here that are pretty fucking good.
But we can include like Tim Burton's Batman or the first X-Men movie.
Yeah, for
shit
sure.
like that. Cool.
For sure. That's a good. I like that one. This is a good one.
I think these will be wildly different lists between us. Cool. I love it.
Wild Wild West differently.
No.
Now, what are we counting as comic books?
Well, if like there's pictures and words,
comic in book form.
Okay, because you're gonna get some anime ass bullshit and like manga from me.
In your top 6 all time?
Coming from the man who picked Chris Benoit as a Skrull. Did you see that?
Probably.
comment?
All right, we'll bring it. I'm eager to.
I mean, like, I don't know. I think if I'm thinking of comic adaptations, each of the killers probably gonna rank pretty high.
Hey.
No, I think that's fair. Fuck it. Do it, yeah.
Actually, Old Boy, too.
Fuck Old Boy, yeah. The Josh Brolin one.
No. Get out of here.
Directed by
get out
fucking
of here.
Spike Lee.
Oh, speaking of Josh Brolin comic book movies, fucking Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
Good one. I love our secrets. I like this. This is a good one. I like this. Yeah, Juan's list is interesting. It's fun. It's a good one. So we'll read that next week too. So yeah, what are your top 6 non-MCU/DCU comic book movies? So send those in. Popcast at PanelsOnPages.com. Hit us up 616-951-1POP, or find us on the Twitters at PanelsOnPages.
Love it.
Wild Wild West.
Wiki wow.
And again, to clarify, Will Smith does not hang out with Steve-O. Cool Mo D. No. Who did the original?
Yeah, it was Cool Mo D.
Cool Mo D hangs out with Steve-O.
Okay, so this makes sense.
All right, you guys want to talk about some comic books and get out of here?
Let's do that.
Jose,
Sure.
you got a 7:45 a.m. flight in the morning?
Leaves at 7:25, waking up at 4:30, or going to bed at 7:30 when I get on the plane.
All right. Come on.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
So Amazing Spider-Man #1 was pretty damn good.
I liked it a lot. I was very happy with it.
Solid. I like that they didn't lean like super hard into the whole boomerangs and the roommate thing, but it's there.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's just kind of there, which I like.
Yeah, they set the stage. They put a lot of pieces on the board, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And fucking looks great. Ryan Otley's artwork looks incredible. Run with a lot of threads from the past, however many fucking years Slott's been writing it. So, like, you know.
I mean, fuck, the opening scene is from one of my favorite single issues of Spider-Man comics.
Yeah.
From that sensational Spider-Man annual that Fraction and LaRocca did.
Yeah, that shit was great. I think it's really good. So, Spencer doing his homework. Like, I've enjoyed a lot of Nick Spencer stuff. Like, just pretty much everything but his Captain America stuff.
Yeah, when he hits, he hits. When he misses, he misses.
Fucking misses. Yeah, I like the whole thing, like, you know, kind of driving a schism between Spider-Man and the other heroes is pretty cool. He fucking, you know, gets his masters taken away, and so he fucking loses his job and shit, and then, you know, tossing a little MJ back in his life, which I appreciate.
He's tossing something back in MJ.
Right. And also, what about the fucking horrible nightmare demon that busts Mysterio out of court? That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that was weird.
But also, like, they also just put Mysterio in the Scarlet Spider book, like, last month. And they're edited by the same person, so you think that would not have happened.
That's weird.
And, like, he's reformed. He's like, I don't want to do this shit no more. And I thought maybe it might have been that second Mysterio, but they call him Quentin Beck in this, so definitely is the same guy, so. We'll just chalk it up to comics is dumb.
That's right, there are 2 Mysterios, and one is magic, and fuck that one.
Yeah, fuck that one real good. Don't like that one at all. Don't care for that one bit. But the fucking Spidey book is great. The Transformers Unicron #1 came out, and I didn't fucking read it because
Really? I read it.
But like they're putting this shit out, like it takes place after like next week's Optimus Prime.
Oh, okay.
And they're in the middle of this big like epic ass story in that book, and they're like, yeah, but this is what comes after it. I'm like, no, just wait 2 damn weeks.
Okay, I see.
And that bummed me out. So it's still kind of hanging out. But it's been a long time since I've seen Alex Milne draw some Transformers, and I'm ready for that again because that guy is a fucking maniac.
It looks very nice.
Yeah, I'll goddamn bet it does. I'll bet it looks real nice. What else? I'm digging Black Lightning's Gust Spot Detectives. That's pretty good. Detective Comics. It's pretty good. Speaking of, Optimus Prime number 20 was fan-fucking-tastic. Essentially, at the end of the day, what has happened here is Shockwave invented religion to fuck with Starscream.
Yeah, they get into that a bit in the Unicron book.
Yeah, like they put he at the end of the Dark Cybertron story, Starscream, Shockwave falls into a black hole and is presumed dead. But what happens is he lands like in the insane, super ultra distant past and comes face to face with like the people of legend. He's like, oh shit, I guess I better fucking play the part. Like, it turns out all of these times I've been reading these stories, they've actually been about me the whole time. So I'm gonna play my part and seed all these fucking prophecies and stuff, so that billions of years from now, I can fucking be like, look what I did, bitches. Haha, it was me all along, Austin. And it's so fucking cool. Shockwave's a dick, you guys. It's great. Fucking great. And like, we got, Starscream's all sad and shit about it. Like, it's fucking great. And then last thing, I read the Superman's number 1. It was pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
I'm digging.
Is Bendis finally coming?
Oh, Bendis came hard.
So hard.
Oh.
They did the 6-issue weekly Man of Steel thing to kind of set this up. And that's what this is. And so it's Ivan Reyes draws it. It looks great. I like the bit where he's talking to Martian Manhunter and just like every couple minutes, like, oh, wait. And he goes and averts a disaster and comes right back to the conversation or whatever. And Martian Manhunter at one point is like, I can help you with this. He's like, yeah, but that one had fire. He's like, oh, thanks then. Never mind.
There's no way that's actually Martian Manhunter, right?
No, Martian Manhunter would not be like, you should take over the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. Like, no way is that him. But it's good. It looks great. I like kind of the thing they're doing. I've never been a huge Superman guy, but every once in a while I'll dabble. This is pretty good. Like Mark Waid writes a mean Superman. Love a Mark Waid Superman story. The fucking Bendis has got it, so pretty cool. Yeah, that's all I got. What you got, Kelly?
Speaking of Superman, today I started reading the first trade of the collection of When Superman Was Blue.
Oh,
okay.
Man. That's
actually kind of fun.
Yeah?
It's like he has to rediscover his powers again.
When that came out, when they had Red and Blue Superman, Wizard sent out a poster with their magazine. I had that shit hanging on my wall. I thought it looked super badass.
Damn right.
I like that look for Superman. It looks cool.
And then later on, he gave a version of that suit to fucking Livewire, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Fucking A. Wait, anything else?
Let's see. What else did I read this week? My phone went to sleep.
X-Men 3 was really good.
Yes, I enjoyed that quite a bit. Let's see. Did you read Die, Die, Die?
No. What's a Die, Die, Die?
The secret new Kirkman book that came out. Did you hear anything about this?
That actually does sound vaguely familiar now that you mention it, yeah.
Okay, so what happened was no one knew what this book was until Tuesday, like a week from today. So what had happened was, at work on our invoice for the week prior, there was something that said Retailer Thank You Comic, and it was from Image. We didn't know what the hell it was. We only knew it was free, and we were getting 90 copies of it.
They sent you 90 free copies?
They matched our orders for what we ordered for issue 1 of Oblivion Song.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's fucking rad.
Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a super cool way to put out a comic.
Hell yeah, that's great.
People didn't know until they popped open the boxes on Tuesday, and it's this new Chris Burnham, Robert Kirkman joint.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks really awesome. It's about, like, super spies and shit, and 3 super spies that are twin brothers. It's real graphically violent. It's a really cool time. I enjoyed it a lot.
Huh. All right. Let me write that down.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think if I read anything else worthwhile. Volume 14 of My Hero Academia, or not My Hero Academia, One Punch Man came out, and that was super cool. Saitama was barely in it, so it was just kind of a fight manga with all these random characters that have shown up, and
I greatly enjoy those weird-ass characters.
I'll watch that dude draw anything, because he draws badass stuff. That was really cool. And yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I got.
What you got, Isaac? Anything we're talking about?
Man says he reads comics.
I know, right?
Are either of them even still there?
I think
they are
gone.
both muted.
Both muted hardcore.
I tell you what, I got my top 6 non-MCU, non-DCU comic book movies already listed and ranked.
Damn,
Sorry about that. I muted myself.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that didn't make my top 6. So I had a top 18. Pretty solid 18.
Solid 18. I like it.
So, Isaac, comic books. Tell us what you're reading.
Superman. Brian Michael Bendis.
He came.
He's I really like what he's doing. I like how he's just starting off, just taking everything away from Clark, from Superman. I like what they did with the I can't even remember that villain's name. It's that Kryptonian villain that destroyed
Rogelvar.
Yeah, Rogelvar.
He rolls off the tongue, Kelly. You're a big fan.
like Clark.
He's it's funny because he's like this ultimate villain. They put him in the Phantom Zone, and then they're gonna have him come out of the Phantom Zone. Like the whole Earth's in the Phantom Zone. It's getting intense. And Brian Michael Bendis, he's also writing something with Batman. I forget what story it was though. But he's I'm excited to see what he's doing right now. Like for me,
doing Superman and Action Comics, and then his Batman story is going to be in those Walmart comics.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
which I saw the other day, like in person, and they're fucking pretty cool.
I mean, it's just like I haven't read Superman in a while, and for me, like what they're doing, I like how I just like what DC did with Superman. Period. Like I didn't care too much for the New 52, to be honest. But when I saw they were bringing back the Superman that came after Crisis, that John Byrne started, and he has a family now. And it's like he's like the opposite of what Batman is. Like, Batman never was going to get married to Catwoman. Superman, there's only one woman for him, Lois Lane. He has a family now. And it's like I love what they're doing with it, and I'm following along. So it's pretty awesome to speak. But I haven't been reading much Marvel lately. I don't know what's going on with Spider-Man after that Goblin Carnage symbiote thing.
Fucking solid. Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's good.
I got to check it out because I got one issue of that the other day from when I was at a Disney. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm not as caught up with comics as I used to be, but I'm trying to get back into the game slowly but surely.
Okay, right on. Anything we're talking about, Jose? What's up?
I read
We do
Bob's
this
Burgers.
every week. Bob's Burgers?
Nah, yeah, I haven't read shit.
I enjoy Bob's Burgers. What you got?
Real
Nine?
good book, that Bob's Burgers.
Been binge watching Bob's Burgers. So
I like Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers is like, it's okay.
I got a recipe for Bob's Burgers, some Gouda, whatever it is.
I don't know where I mentioned this. It might have been in public. It might have been in private. But, man, I can't get into anything that H. John Benjamin is on ever since he fucked us at New York Comic Con. Just need a simple intro from you guys, and then he just starts screaming.
I remember that story.
That just sounds funny.
I just love how they said, oh, so Archer gives you what he wants to look like, Bob's Burgers gives you more of what he really.
That's pretty funny. Like it. What you got, Nice?
Nothing.
Beautiful. Let's wrap this shit up then.
Yeah.
Call it. Let us know your top 6 non-MCU.
Like a Skrulls condom.
That's right. Popcast at PanelsOnPages.com, 616-951-1POP, or at PanelsOnPages on the Twitters. And we'll be back next week. Big thanks to Isaac for hanging out with us tonight. Good time. Always a pleasure, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central.
Talking
at youtube.com/panelsonpages.
Talking San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, that's right. That too.
Oh, that is. Shit.
Yeah. Snuck up on us. Snuck up on us.
Marvel's not going to be there. They'll probably have a trailer for Aquaman.
We're going to have a...
I'm not wrong in thinking that poster looks like it was made by someone that makes really good forum signatures, right?
It's really does.
It's like Finding Nemo.
I feel like your comment, Kelly, wasn't very offensive because, yeah, it does look like a really good forum signature.
Yeah,
and I
it's
used to
not,
make...
like, meant to offend. It doesn't look like something that you'd normally see on a wall of a movie theater, or what you'd expect.
I used to make pretty dope-ass forum signatures, so I can identify. I gotta say, it looks better than what Marvel's been putting out lately.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Because all the Marvel ones look exactly the same.
But, like, if you look too closely at it, like, why are those orcas so far down, so far away from the surface? Like, they need to breathe air.
I'm going to need you to stop thinking too far into the logic behind Aquaman. Wait, shit, I got to have a conversation. Where's my bubble?
Somebody
bubble
makes
so we can talk.
The fucking Finding Nemo poster with the Aquaman poster.
Makes sense. What is the fucking shark behind him?
Yeah, there's a shark. There's Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo.
Oh, link it.
Well, it's on this guy's phone.
Oh.
Well, give us his phone.
You have the power to solve this problem, Jose.
I'm going to send you his phone.
All right, cool.
Skype us his phone.
He's like, so this is how I poop underwater. Check this out. I just find a rock, pop a squat, hold my center of balance with my trident, and I fucking water poop.
And the poop floats to the top of the ocean. All right, yeah, so we'll be back next week. We'll do it all over again. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will talk to you guys next week for Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our buddy Isaac. I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
How's that?
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!